Hello, Internet Nation. Alexander here. Please ignore this giant glare. It cannot be helped because my lamp, my chandelier, is stupid. And you know how you can tell it's stupid? Because, as you can clearly see, it causes a glare down here. And you can tell it is not lighting me, as any old lamp would, but it is in fact highlighting the ceiling. Who would need light specifically on their ceiling? Anyway, I come to you with a life update. I don't really want to make a video, but who was texting me? Swear to God, I don't want to make a video, but I should, you know? I am depressed as all fuck, and I would like to die, and I wish the universe wasn't such a little bitch so that it could just kill me itself instead of always making me want to die, you know? Like, how about instead of making 1 out of every 5 cars I pass on the street either go so slow through a narrow space that I could slam into the back of their car because they aren't capable of just going through at a regular pace. They always gotta slow at a crawl. Or, you know, instead of making them do 3-point turns everywhere, just hit me with one. It's that simple. The past few weeks have been agonizing. Literally have been fighting my job for days off. Like, I don't know what is wrong with these people. I don't know why they would assume that a person that walks dogs all the time would have the energy to work 7 days a week. It's not like this is an office job where I get to sit down all day and do jack squat. Did you forget that Brooklyn is literally a roller coaster of hills? For one. For two, I have to walk all your crazy ass dogs, most of which don't even like actually walking. I didn't even think that would stress me out as much as it does, but the fact that none of these dogs want to go for an actual walk. One of them I literally have to push out of the bed to get him to go outside, and even then, I'm lucky if he doesn't just pee and then try to pull me back into the house. 'Cause, like, that's not what I came here for. And if your dog doesn't want to go outside, why do you keep making me drag him outside? Work has just been stressful, and it's been relentless. Hopefully, next month isn't that bad. It was going to be relentless because I had to do a dog sitting at the person's house, and of course they live nowhere near me, nowhere near any of my other clients, so that would have been absolute hell. And then that would have picked up right after I had a dog sitting, so I would have no time, no downtime. I don't have a weekend this weekend, and I don't have a weekend next weekend. God knows if I'll have the weekend after that. But last weekend was my first weekend off in 6 weeks. Technically, it's my first weekend off in 3 weeks, but I don't really count the weekend where I had 1 day off, and that day was literally filled with my phone being blown up with requests, so I'm talking to people all day about requests and scheduling shit in the future and missing requests. I keep missing a request from Hannibal because I don't look at the WAG app, and on my days off, I try to check out because I am so flustered. Like, my memory is shot, my legs are shot, my body is shot, my mind is shot, my ability to remember shit is shot, like, literally all day today. Because my schedule is just such a clutter in my head, and people keep switching things around on me, and everybody's, like, popping requests at me last minute. I am just full of anxiety, and I can't remember anything. I kept having to remind myself that I have a walk on Friday. Usually I just walk the dog on Wednesday, but she was like, no, can you do Tuesday and Friday? And I was like, sure, fine. But then I have other walks, other services to do that aren't, like, every single day. So I have to remember everything, and I have to keep reminding myself, like, no, it's not Thursday, it's Friday, and today is Thursday. You're good. You don't have to do all these things. And I'm just stressed. I was supposed to go to my dad's house last weekend, but I just couldn't do it. Especially since I have to go there to get stuff, and I was just going to bike there with a my Uber Eats bag and load that up. But he didn't want to tell me if it was a lot of stuff, so I don't know if I can just do that. I don't really like hanging with my family. I feel like they don't really know me. And I can't really be myself with them because it's hard to be yourself around your family when they're conservative Christians who are homophobic and you're a homosexual, you know? Especially these days. It's like the more I interact with males, oh my god, why am I getting mail? Why am I getting messages from work? It's like the more I interact with males, the less I'm attracted to them. And it sucks because I would like a guy in my life, you know? I would like that, but then it's hard. When, like, literally my last relationship I got into was with somebody who was lying about everything and then forced me into a relationship through sexual harassment. But, like, why would I like males? Like, literally, do you know how many times a guy has pulled up on, like, his bike, a motorbike or something, to just stare at me or hit on me? The last guy pulled up, said, "Oh, I like walks. Take me on a walk." For when I hate guys asking me to take them on walks, because, like, who are you? I do not want to take your dumb ass on a walk. And I know the type of person you are from the way that you're coming at me. And you're going to want me to have respect for you. My brain is going through a whole bunch of stuff. Is that, oh, not to imply that I wouldn't have respect for any of my submissives, but also I am not the type to have, like, if you were my submissive, you were appeasing my sadistic side. So don't really expect to be treated much like a person if you belong to a sadist. You know? So that's where I'm coming from with that. And, like, you consensually, stop texting me. You consensually put yourself in that position. So you understand where I'm coming from. But at the same time, if you are a random nigga on the street asking me to take you on a walk, to put you on my leash, you are asking me to make you my bitch. Therefore, you do not have a say. Your sexual pleasure does not fucking matter to me because you are the bitch in this situation. You understand? So I'm like, you come up to me and then you say you want to be my bitch. But I know for a fact, because you are an ignorant nigga, you are gonna want me to be your bitch. But that's not how this works. You don't get to be daddy and baby. No. Either you are the submissive or you are the dom. And if you are on the leash, you are the bitch in this situation, my friend. So I said, nah, not interested. Continue to walk, which is always anxiety inducing because none of my dogs are walkers. So if a random creepy ass nigga comes out of nowhere, I'm just in there like, come on, let's just continue to fucking walk. So I don't have to, because you know, you have two choices in every situation. Well, I mean, you have three situations, but I'm not much of a freezer. I kind of am a freezer, depending on the situation. So, but freeze doesn't matter in this situation. You have two choices in these situations. You could bite or run. And I choose to run because I have a lot of anger inside. And you know, certain situations I tend to lock up because I don't want to cause harm to a lot of people. But if you put your hands on me non-consensually, I have to kill you now. I'm contractually obligated. Anyway, how did I get on that tangent? Anyway, so, you know, I walk off, say I'm not interested, and he proceeds to run the red light, to which I get frustrated, because I'm just like, why can't I be approached by a decent nigga? It's always the shitty ones that want to ask you on dates. It's always the shitty ones that want to shoot their shot. It's always the fucking terrible ass niggas that want to be your bitch, but still want you to treat them like the man and like they get shit done. No, nigga, your ass is staying in the motherfucking cage. That's not only there for dogs, alright? Actually, it's there for all types of dogs. You included, so watch your mouth before you get the fucking taser to the urethra. Anyway. So, work has been relentless. Like, literally, there was a while I was pulling like 12-hour days, getting up early. I don't know why all of my clients want me to be a morning person. I am not. You're gonna have to go find somebody. It's like, I understand you're not gonna like him as much as you like me, but I cannot continue to do this morning shit, and then other people want me to do late night shit. Like, I am not a robot. I'm a fucking unicorn. Just because I can shapeshift does not mean I have the internal components of a robot. Just because I can become a robot does not mean that I am a robot. And I'm literally living that work schedule I am adamantly against. Like, I miss having free time. I miss when I was in charge of my schedule. I miss when I can plan this whole shit out. I miss just like relaxing on the weekends. I miss having control. Like, fucking Rover never lets you take time off. Like, literally, my schedule says that I'm not available. People could still request me. I don't know how that fucking works, but what's the point? Literally, since April, I just would go. These niggas didn't even give me 3 days off after I got 4 wisdom teeth removed. 4! I got like 2 days off. And the first day was the day I got the wisdom tooth taken out and I spent at my mom's house. So I'm stressed. I have been fighting for the past few weeks just to get weekends off. If at that, I'm lucky if I can get 2 weekends off consecutively, because these niggas playing games. Like, literally, I had to fight everybody for this weekend, for last weekend off. Had to tell somebody, no, I can't work Saturday. Nope, sorry. Had to tell another person I can't work Saturday. Literally, what used to be a Monday, Wednesday walk got advanced to Monday, Thursday, and then they were like, oh yeah, just this week, the next 2 weeks, we just need you on Friday. And I'm like, okay, cool. That ends, and then they secretly try to put Friday and Saturday on the schedule. I'm like, excuse me? Could you at least talk to me before you try to hire? Like, Friday is one thing, but you're impeding in my weekend, and I don't understand why they only want me on those weekends where I'm going to commit homicide if I don't get time off. Like, literally, it was so bad. I'm just sitting there doing my work, and I'm just like, I'm going to see how I feel after this weekend, but I think it's time for me to quit walking dogs. Just thinking that for a whole week straight. Legs hurt constantly, feet hurt constantly. Feels like I'm stepping on nails. I want to fucking scream, can't sleep, because these niggas got me waking up early. Like, literally, I wake up at 8 all the time now, every fucking day. From consistently waking up at 8. Had cat sitting sprung on me type shit. Talk about, oh, I left and I thought I already booked you. Can you come tonight? I'm like, y'all really out here thinking that I only work for you, don't you? Like, you can't be, like, it's a one thing to be like, oh, I think I'm gonna need you another time this week, outside of scheduled time. That's one thing. But don't wait till the very last minute to ask me if I'm available today. I'm not. I was supposed to go to the movies Tuesday, and I couldn't. I didn't, because I was just too out of it. I was nauseous. My body ached. I was so frustrated. I've been too depressed to be eating anything, and I'm working way more than I should be for how little I'm consuming. And my teeth still hurt. Not as bad as they did before, but like they hurt right now because I ate something. And it might be food and gaps. I might be developing a cavity over here, but I have a really bad cavity over here. So I can't chew on this side of my mouth. It actually hurts to touch it right here. I could like feel my jaw. Definitely gotta get that fixed, but you know, can't ever go to the fucking dentist if I don't get time off. So I'm gonna snap soon. It's funny, like, my brain has just constantly been going back to, like, my last relationship. And he wanted to, like, take me to a gun range. And I'm like, nah, that's a bad idea. That's literally the worst idea you've ever possibly had. Because, like, I am very open about the fact that if there was ever a gun in my hand, I just might instantaneously, like, I deadass in high school, I used to be sitting on the train on the way home when there were, like, cops on the train, and I would just sit there and stare at their gun thinking about it. It's like, can I get it fast enough to just pop? But Or like, if I try to get it, well, they just papa. They love shooting young black people. My comments gonna get this video removed. You know, so if you take me to a gun range, I'm just gonna, no hesitation. I've been waiting for that day. Like, literally, I think it started last year. I just, like, strongly started thinking about buying a gun. But it's like, I don't know if I want to do that, because I can go either way, honestly. I could go homicidal or I could go suicidal. I might possibly, well, actually, I don't think I have enough steam for both. Like, I feel like if I committed homicide, I would just be like, oh my god, what have I done? And then just have no steam to just papa, you know? Maybe there's a lot that comes with homicide. Like, you gotta hide the body. You gotta make sure you, like, I'm not gonna say all that on camera. But, like, you know, or you could just commit suicide, you know? Either or. Strongly been thinking about it, because I am just exhausted and just so sad and so lonely. Like, life is literally what I want to avoid. Like, it's one thing for me to be home all day, every day, not working because I can't, like, get walks. It's another for me to have no free time and not even know what to do with myself in between time, because I'm just so used to working. It literally got into a period where I would just, like, work, come home, go to sleep, and then wake up and go back to work. Now I'm just kind of, like, anxious about going to sleep, because I'm like, no, I'm exhausted right now, but then if I go to sleep, I'm going to have to wake up and work. I'm tired. I need a friend to talk to. And I'm tired of the people around me, because they can't have serious conversations, nor can they approach me in a manner that I enjoy. I don't know why they feel the need for small talk when they cannot act as though they care about the information they're asking about. Like, if they could act like they cared about the information they asked about, then maybe I wouldn't mind it. You know, like, if somebody asked me how I was, and then I went on a whole tangent about how I'm doing really shitty and I want to just fucking kill myself because I'm, like, so tired and so lonely and so depressed and could really use a hug, and they actually responded to that, maybe then I wouldn't mind it so much. Maybe then it wouldn't send me into a frenzy. But nobody ever responds when you tell them how you are. Like, they're just like, oh, cool, and then go on to the whatever they wanted. Like, just fucking tell me what you want. Don't text me. Because, like, the next thing, that's why I don't like responding to people. Because the next thing after the hi is always, how are you doing? What are you doing? How was your day? How did you sleep? Hi, this part might get clipped. If you're seeing this, it's answering a question that you probably just asked. How am I doing? I feel like shit. I would like to die. I would like to die right fucking now. If I had a cyanide pill, I would take it. That's how much I want to die. Thank you for fucking asking. If you would like to actually respond to that statement, please do. If not, go fuck yourself. How did I sleep last night? I probably had a nightmare. I tend to have a lot of fucked up dreams when I can remember them. I woke up at least the minimum of 3 times because my insomnia is really bad, and it's only gotten worse, like, since I started working for Rover. Pretty sure it's been April that I started. No, April's when it, like, went all downhill, because that's when I got clients. I'm pretty sure the week before I got my surgery is when I got clients, but that's irrelevant. How am I feeling? That was answered in the first one. What am I doing? Trying to be calm. I probably had a really rough day, because most days are really rough, because I had to go outside today, and humans are really fucking stupid. And so help me God, they only get dumber when they get inside of cars. And dear God, there are so many cars in New York, and all the roadways are so very tight, and everybody acts like they can't hear me. Don't know if I died years ago. Feels pretty physical. But no matter how loud the music, or how loud I shout at them, or how fucking close I get to smacking them with my bike, they still don't hear me, or see me coming. So I just might be dead. I'd like to not think about that. I think that answered all the questions. Let's move on. Please refer back to that always, because that is always how I fucking feel. I never want to think about how I feel because I constantly feel like shit. And you know what? Ask me how I feel when I stop smoking weed. Because there's definitely a correlation there. I smoke like a fish drinks water. Do fish drink water? Do they breathe water? There's an expression there, but I don't know it. Just know I smoke a lot. And I smoke to deal with a lot of things, like the fact that I am perpetually lonely, have been since I was a kid. And don't really know how to fix that, because every time I open myself up to people, that tends to backfire. Be it girls, boys, non-binary pals. So, you know, just gonna... Where was I going with that? My brain just fuzzed out. I'm so sad. Started thinking about sadness and just got sad. But yeah, I'm really sad. And I don't have time to indulge in creative things to make me not sad. Even now, like I'm home and I feel really paranoid. I keep feeling like I'm forgetting walks and shit. But I don't think I am. But my internal clock is all fucked up, so I think it has a lot to do with that too. Work really has me fucked up. And I would really like somebody to talk to have like meaningful conversations with. There's this one guy who we've been having interesting conversations, but then he asked me how I slept, and to this day, every time somebody asks me how I slept, I just kind of like wonder if there's something I'm missing. Because people keep asking me that. So because they're asking me that, it must be a normal thing for people to be aware of how they slept. Like, do they want me to say it was terrible? I had like 5 nightmares and woke up either really depressed or really wanting to die because like my dreams just be making fun of the fact that I'm lonely as shit and in a lot of pain, so it just plays on that and just all these shit, like literally, I know it's not a normal thing to have reoccurring dreams, especially like to the frequency that I do, and I can't necessarily say that it's entirely reoccurring, but there is a good portion of all of my dreams that take place in the same locations, and every time it's in one of those locations, the theme is the same, you know? And I do often have a lot of like reoccurring dreams that are pretty much the same dream every few years, you know? So it's like, do people assess the quality of their sleep? Y'all, I grew up in isolation for the most part. Y'all have to understand that I was so traumatized as a kid. I do not know how to form attachments, nor do I mean, I do know how to form attachments. I just choose not to form it with most people, because why would I? Like, if I'm not feeling seen in a relationship, why would I get attached there? It's like, I might be me, but I'm not the old me, you know? I feel like I'm shutting down. Because I started thinking about my sadness before I was watching videos and ranting on Instagram, which I know nobody is actually gonna like acknowledge any of that. I don't know. I think I'm done talking to people because I'm just tired of the repetition and the bullshit. Like, why exactly is it that the day I get robbed and I'm trying to deal with that situation and I'm already really flustered and like heated because I discover that I got robbed in the middle of like a dog walk, and the dog is like jumping all over me, trying to chew the leash, trying to chew things, trying to jump on people, and I'm just trying to figure out what's happening with my money, how to solve the situation. I'm trying to call the person of the customer service. I looked really blurry for a second and I was worried there was a ghost over me. I've been watching a lot of paranormal shit, And I think I'm about ready to open up myself to ghosts once more, or spirits once more. And that's a fun thing, especially to do as a person who, like, I could disappear. Nobody would ever find out. Nobody would know. Nobody would even care. Like, there's not really anybody out here, like, checking for me if I stop posting. Maybe Duvall, but he can't even do anything right now. And nor is he gonna call anyone, so what then? You know? But I literally can't get sidetracked right now. My brain is off. Like, I literally can't remember anything I was talking about. Anytime I go on a tangent, I just have to, like, focus on the one thing. Otherwise, I'm just gonna forget what I was talking about. I mostly just wanted to post a life update because I've been wanting to post a video, like an actual vlog, for a while. Because we're supposed to be tracking my mental health, be it getting better or killing myself, or just dying. You know, the universe is too much of a little bitch to actually kill me itself. It could, with the amount of cars that it throws at me, and I'm pretty sure I could possibly die through some sort of, like, because, you know, the body is a weird thing. Snap it in the wrong way, and it's dead. So I'm pretty sure I could die from hitting a person. I don't know why there's so many people who just, like, wander into the street and then just... Why do y'all do that? Can somebody please... My father taught me to look both ways. My father told me to look left, look right, and then look left again. So... it's hard for me to understand how people could just walk into the street, look the way the traffic is going, and then continue to wander into the street. I blast music. I'm blasting music if you can't hear me. I'm torn. Part of me wants to say, I apologize in advance, but I don't apologize. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. I have no obligation to, nor do I care about you. If you do not care about your safety, and I'm not referring to you as in my viewers, you as in people in the world, which I guess could be the same thing. But if it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. If you look both ways while you cross the street, good on you. If you don't, I hope you get hit by a fucking car, because you should be looking both ways before you cross the street. You're not fucking made of steel. You're not invincible. You're not a fucking car, so get the fuck out of the street. You're not a fucking bike, so get the fuck out the bike lane. Is there a brain in your head? No? Maybe you should have a lobotomy. What was I saying? I had it, and like halfway through the tangent, I had it. But you know, I'm about to just start hopping off my bike and let my bike hit people, cause like I'm at my limit. I can't. Between the amount of, like, I can't do anything about the wind deciding that now is the time to throw dirt in my eye again. Only exclusively while I'm biking around tons of fucking idiots who don't give a shit and are gonna hit me. Oh, I was saying I don't give a fuck about you, and if you don't give a fuck about your safety, I especially don't give a fuck about your safety. I believe that out in the wilds, we need to be in this together, 100% aware. Alright? Alright? Like, if you walking across the street looking at your phone, which you shouldn't be doing, it now becomes my obligation to not hit you. But just because it is now my obligation to not hit you, should I even say obligation? Obligation makes it sound too serious. It is now my civic duty to not hit you. Just as if I'm sitting here trying to rub fucking dirt out my eye, it is now your civic duty to make sure that I do not hit you. Because it's so simple for me to not hit you and you to not hit me. And I can't even argue it, because me getting dirt in my fucking eye is not the same as you crossing the street looking at your phone. One of those things are unavoidable. I can't be mad at the universe for throwing dirt in my eye. I can't be mad at you for deciding that your safety was not worth withholding. I keep getting notifications. And I'm just bummed because, like, I don't know. I don't feel like I belong in my online friend group. I feel like very different, and it's weird being like surrounded by people making fun of the stuff that you believe in a lot of the time, even if it's not like, I can't say even if it's not on like a serious thing, because it used to be serious to me. And the reason that like astrology and spirituality isn't as paramount to me anymore is because I'm surrounded constantly by people that bash it and say this stuff is stupid. But then it's like literally you're exposing yourself for not having an open mind and just believing in the solid. And that is just so draining, and I have nobody to talk to about this stuff. Anything really. So then it's like I don't feel safe anywhere. Go out into the world, don't feel safe. Home, don't feel safe. Which is an even funner one, you know? And I'm just tired of being tired. It's funny because this is different. Like, I could definitely go for a nice, good death right now. Like, you hand me a gun. If this was 10 minutes ago, we could have had this thing over with faster, you know? But I am not, like, actively suicidal. I am trying to live my best life while also in an immense amount of fear, because every time I put in maximum effort to have a good time, humans ruin it. Like today, said I was gonna have a good time today, and I don't remember all the shit that happened today. I remember somebody on the block, and then, or was that yesterday? There was a car trying to car block in the thing, because my street is one-way street, but there's a two-way street, dead end, on the corner. It's also the top of a hill, so there are cars, like a bunch of cars turning onto the block to come down my street, but then a bunch of people that like to hang out on the street, so those also like a mechanic, and somebody was like, usually the street is like booked, because like all the biggest trucks be coming down here, and there's some type of truck depot at the end of the block, so mad trucks on the block, and I'm about to, slip through the cracks as a biker, and then some dumbass decides he's gonna nope, block this path so the biker can't fucking pass. You can't go on the sidewalk because it's raised about a foot. So I'm just gonna block you, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is why I'm gay. I keep saying this is why I'm gay, but this is why I'm gay. This is why I am probably gonna find it like really hard to be attracted to any males in the future, because it's just like, how do I know you're not lying? My last ex literally lied about everything for no fucking reason. I mean, granted, there was reason. Like, I'm open to accepting people the way you are, but I have, like, a few requirements. The first one is that you're not a liar. So, I'm sad. I keep thinking about things that make me sad, and I think it's because I'm so sad that I just keep forgetting everything. I haven't really talked about this stuff in a video or to anybody other than my therapist, and that isn't really the most effective either, because my therapist isn't really like effective or anything. It's like sometimes he'll make me realize some things, but that's pretty rare, and I feel like I could do the same if I just like talk to my camera more. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what a therapist is supposed to say, but how many times do I have to tell you that I'm experiencing the big sad before you, like, get worried? Like, I literally skipped a session because I was too depressed to answer the phone, and I told him that. It's like I missed 2 sessions at one point. The first one I missed because I was just cat sitting in an apartment with 0 service. Like, if I wanted service of any sort, I had to go into the backyard or be close to the backyard, otherwise nothing. Didn't even have Wi-Fi. So I wasn't able to like do any of that week, and then a week after that I was just like, I'm really tired of my life belonging to everybody else and having to constantly do other things for other people and not being able to just do what I want to do and have time for myself. And I'm tired of waking up early and then having to like wake up again, because then that was like when I was doing 8 a.m. sittings and shit, so I would go back to sleep and then have to wake up for therapy again. So I just my alarm went off and I was just like, nope, fuck it. I'm tired. I don't want to. Especially since half the time he's late. I remember one time I missed my appointment because, like, I was waiting for him and he took so long to send me the text to join the thing that I fell asleep again. And it's like, bro, you can't, like, I understand you got other people, but you can't be late for me. You know that I have to leave for work after this. So we can't be having long extended sessions that make me late for work. Like, my therapist constantly refuses to apply any of the information I give him. And I'm just like, so how many times do I gotta say I don't identify as a woman? And that I don't like being called feminine things before you stop opening every session with Miss Walker. But anyway, I digress. I'm probably gonna quit therapy soon because I wanted to talk to a person. Wanted to be in the same room as another fucking human. Could you believe that a person who lives in complete and utter isolation, rarely ever talking to people in reality? The only time I really get to talk to a person is when I catch a roommate in the fucking hallway. You really think I'm okay with just talking on the fucking phone? What makes it worse is the goddamn place is on the corner. Literally on the corner. I don't care about the panoramic. I will come down the block to see a person in person like I wanted. But you know, that's whatever. It's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. It's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. We don't need all the men I'm gonna kill anyway. That's another one. I wonder how many times I can, like, tell my therapist I'm this close to being homicidal before he takes anything serious. I don't know. It's one of those fun things where it's like, oh, we'll call a house arrest on you and send the cops to go lock you in an insane asylum for a weekend in a freezing cold place where you can't do any of the things that make you happy. God forbid they come snatch me up and take my phone away so I can't contact any of my goddamn employers, employers. I don't really even know what to call them. You know, but you said you were suicidal, so hee. Let's not do anything about it but make it worse. I'm tired. I would like some snacks. I think I ate all my candy at least, and all my Pocky. I went to this one place because I wanted some rice and beans and stewed chicken. I don't know, I think, like, was just tempted for some of that because my mom used to make that almost every day for dinner. And I was just like, I don't know what to eat. So I just kind of, like, got the mood for some rice and beans and stewed chicken. But I think it was a Caribbean place that I went to, they did not have stewed chicken. They also did not have any form of seafood, which I find, I mean, I guess I understand if you're going to have to, like, leave the food out all buffet style. But still. So I went with a turkey wing. And then every time I have turkey, I'm reminded not everybody makes turkey. Not everybody cooks the way my mom does. You know, the rice and beans was really nice, though. I like that. I was especially looking forward to the softness that rice and beans typically has because of, like, the oils that it just kind of sits in. And I was looking forward towards that. And technically, I was just going to get crab rice and beans because I was not really in the mood for any type of meat. I could go for some stewed chicken, but I don't know. I'm too depressed to be eating. Still gotta do it, though, so I don't feel like shit every day, all day, from all the fucking work I have to do. But, you know. And I got a turkey wing. Yes, just one. Because it was big. And I didn't want to eat a lot of meat anyway. And 2 meatballs. The meatballs were good. But the turkey wing reminded me that not everyone cooks as good as my mom does. Because the turkey wing was hard as shit. And then I remembered... Like, I went back to my childhood because literally to this day, I'm still baffled. Well, I'm not baffled to this day because I've experienced many a turkey wing Like, when I was younger, I would always be like, oh, I don't understand why everybody's always saying turkey isn't as good because it's all tough and shit. When my mom is making turkey, and that shit won't even stay on the fucking bone for me to just nom it, because it's too godlike. And then everybody else's turkey want to be hard as fuck and not juicy and succulent to the point where the skin is sloshing off. I mean, I'm not making it. I mean, I don't know. Do what you want, but it tastes good. It's nice and juicy, and you have that with some rice and beans, and you don't gotta fight no bones for it, because you just kind of scrap, and it's just like, release. And you just eat it because it's good, and it's like soft, and I wish I was better at cooking, because my mom is not allowed to die until I have mastered everything she can fucking make, or at least the shit that I like. You know, she taught me how to make tuna, and I'm almost there. I just need to learn how to, I feel like if I could learn how to make dough, I would be unstoppable, because I would just get straight fat off of Fried Jack and maybe some Johnny cakes. Definitely some Fried Jacks. If I could make Fried Jacks every day, I just might. If I didn't have, if I had a slave, I would have them make Fried Jacks for me. It's not the same, though, because I'm not the one cooking. But honestly, I don't give a shit about if I'm the one cooking. I just care if I'm the one eating. You know? But the rice and beans was good. Everything else kind of sucked. Oh, well, the meatballs are good, too. I'm bummed that I got robbed. Granted, I got a refund on it because it wasn't one of those ways where you just get told to go fuck yourself. Which, ironically, it would have been if I had money on Cash App, because Cash App does not give a fuck about you. And half the time, I sit here and wonder if Cash App is the one scamming you. Which, ironically, possibly, because I feel like anytime money gets taken out of my Cash App, it's probably from that scammer that I called that time I needed assistance at Cash App. So, pretty sure they're the one using my information. And Cash App does not give a shit if anything bad happens to you. You are on your own. But, as you may know, if you watch these videos, I have a history of getting robbed every year. Yes, every year. It has happened every year. Did it happen last year? I think it almost happened last year. Yeah, it definitely almost happened last year when I think somebody tried to charge my account for $100 and something 4 times. And that was 17 hours after I moved $400 from Cash App to other places. So it didn't happen last year because don't keep your money in Cash App. And it almost happened this year. So I guess I wasn't even thinking about it this whole time. I think whichever way it went down last year made me not feel like I didn't have to worry about it anymore. Now I'm kind of curious how it went down, because I'm just what made you think you didn't have to? Or maybe I felt really even worse, like it was always going to happen. Now I just think I'm going to reset all my passwords and disconnect my cards from everything, because fuck the internet. It's a scary ass place. But I'm bummed about that. Thankful that it was in a way that could be reversed. I thought about going to the cops because I have an address. So I'm also thinking about sending bad things through the mail to this address. If you live in Ohio, specifically Youngstown, and you want to possibly do some bad things and make a little money off of it, do hit up my DMs, because I'm feeling hella petty, and if the universe wanted me to be a good entity, it wouldn't keep pushing me like this. You see, I'm slowly turning into a demon. That's why I keep getting super fuzzy. And I don't know if it shows on the camera, but I keep looking at myself and it's just super fuzzy. If you've ever watched any paranormal My baby is making noises. Trying to make sure she's not coughing or having a dry cough that says she needs oil, because she's been licking herself and has hair stuck in her throat. Ferrets can't cough up hairballs, so typically that stuff leads to congestion, and then they can die of that. So I need to know if I need to give her oil, but she seems good. Forgot what I was saying. Probably for the best. Oh, something about demons. So if you ever watch Paranormal Investigations, usually if there's like a ghost in the area or something, where you aim your camera, it'll like get really fuzzy and uncenter. It'll get blurry, you know? So that's how I feel like I'm picking up right now. I don't know if that's just like the angles and because of the glares and stuff, but I don't know. Am I possessed by a demon? Is that why I'm so angry? No, I was born with anger issues. My mama had them, my daddy had them, and they made sure that I grew up with them. You know, the anger issues, not my mommy and daddy. Though granted, they did kind of make sure I grew up with both of them, too. So that's where I am. I feel like this was just like a really long session of therapy, because usually my therapist starts therapy with, so how are you? And then I'll just tell him, or like, how was the weekend? So I'll just like tell him where are we currently at, like everything that happened, how I feel, some stuff that I thought about concerning my like mentality and stuff, and like usually come around to summarize it, because I know I go off on tangents a lot, and I figure that could be hard for a therapist trying to like find a specific point. I swear to God, is there a demon in here? If there is a demon in my room, knock down Freddy Fazbear. If there is a ghost in my room, knock down Freddy Fazbear. If there's a demon in me, knock down Freddy Fazbear. I don't know if you saw, but that zoom probably just confirmed that there's probably a demon in me. Well, time to transfer it to a doll and have it do my bidding. Honestly, like, I'm legit scared of myself. Because it's like, either I'm going to kill myself, or I'm going to become one of those, like, the next notorious female serial killer. Like, I don't remember her name, but there was this woman who would go around killing men. I would not hurt a woman. Trans men, you're probably fine, as long as you're not a piece of shit. Trans women, you're fine. Men though, cis men, I just want to lead you into an alleyway and then, you know, flirt with you a little, maybe bite your jugular out, you know, drink your blood, you know, maybe like wrap myself up in your organs, you know, and then fuck you with my knife. Doesn't that sound hot, fellas? But I'm squeamish, you know, I don't like blood. I'm very empathic. I can feel stuff that I see being done. And I don't like hacking noises that my preferred weapons of choice make. Or, you know, I might also, like, fuck around, realize I have an immense amount of spiritual power. Just blatantly pushed down from childhood, because, you know, when you grow up alone in isolation, realizing that nobody's going to protect you, and if somebody found out that you got hurt, you're going to get in more trouble, you just kind of get scared of things. So I didn't want to see scary shadow monsters, knowing that if I said there was a scary shadow monster, I would probably be yelled at and belittled until I started crying. Man, I hate being alive. But now, demons have no dominion over me. This isn't your vessel, this is mine. You can have any other vessel, though, but only with my permission, because these are my things. So if you want to do my bidding, per se, you can make arrangements. You know, I have lots of vessels that you possibly could possess if you want to fuck around, ruin somebody's life for me. This is why I stay scared, because I'm scary. Just like the things I think about. And I know I get it from It's generational. I come from a scary family. I realized that the day that I told my dad that I was raped, and he was like, why didn't you tell me sooner? You know, this boy, if I ever see him again, I'm gonna tie one end of him to a tree on a hill and tie the other end of him to my car, which is like a big old pickup, kind of like there's seats in the back of it, but it still has a pickup bed, and it's like an old car because it was his dad's car, so it's made of like metal, you know, heavy metal, and just like put it in neutral, just stretch him. I'm like, you would revert to a form of medieval torture to the guy that raped your daughter. That's where I get it. That's why I'm like this. I understand now. He was also the one to watch horror movies with me as a kid. Like, I specifically remember a lot of being traumatized as a kid. My dad was right there. Tales from the Crypt. Granted, Tales from the Crypt, I was scared, but I was very into that. Just watched it from behind my dad. And I have a lot of memories of watching shit from behind my dad. That was the safe space, you know? I'm still gonna watch, but from back here. That shit is hilarious to me. But anyway, I try to stay neutral because I just want to be a being of love, you know? I want to be the person that people come to for help and guidance and when they need a shoulder to cry on. I don't want to lure men into... I'm realizing now that that's a very siren thing to do. And I do identify as a siren, even if I don't, like, guile people to me, you know? And you wouldn't want me to. I mean, granted, I could be very aggressively flirtatious if I like someone, but that's only after I'm comfortable with you, because if I like you, I'm just gonna, like, clam up and be like, oh my god, I don't know what to talk to this person about, because, like, in reality, I can talk about anything, but I'm also a nerd. Like, the things that come to my mind first are, like, Nendoroids or stuff that just happened in anime. By the way, I'm updating the list, so, like, you can always just randomly start a conversation with me about, like, My Hero Academia if you don't know what to talk about. But Spy Family, that has become my shit. Yor is my wife. I've given up on men and have chosen to marry Yor. She is my wife now. I am in a committed relationship with Yor. Ladies, still hit me up. I'm still polyamorous. So, yeah. Men don't. Unless you're feminine with long hair and really tall and, like, broad shoulders and a really nerdy nerd who's, like, really into, like, science and anime and, like, I guess other stuff too. Other stuff is hot. I don't have to be into what you're into, you know? I'll still listen to you talk about it and still try to, like, be supportive, you know? Which I would hope you would do the same for me. But I don't know. Guys are gonna have to work harder and harder for me to even acknowledge them. For the most part, there are just some dudes that just come up to you and you're just like, I could go for a conversation right now. You seem pretty cool. Let's just talk about stuff, which is always fun. It's rare. And I'm glad that those moments have been increasing because I've been talking to a lot more random guys just about random things and we just, like, move on with our lives. But there's just still so many dudes asking me to walk them and pulling up on their motorcycles to stare at me and pulling up in their cars. I don't know why guys are like this. I don't know why they think it's okay to just pull up in your vehicle and stare at somebody. I don't know if you realize this, but I'm not trying to get kidnapped and sold into sex trafficking. I don't know why y'all think I'm gonna just be down to fly across the country to meet a stranger who won't even introduce themselves before they ask me for sex. Like, clearly, you're not gonna treat me like a lady if you're calling me a lady because I am not a lady. So you have already fucked up by misgendering me, and you've shown me that you don't care about me as a person. For one, you could have just said a person. Treat me like a person, because they all want to treat you like a fucking blow-up doll. I'm gonna go now, because this video is an hour long, and it's just been me trying not to angrily rant while this demon makes itself clear. No, seriously though, if there is a demon attached to me, make Freddy Fazbear fall down. If you don't know who Freddy Fazbear is, it is the yellow bear with the purple top hat. Make it fall off the wall. I know it won't be hard. I'm the one that put it up there. I know how precariously it's placed. I'm just realizing when I was a kid, I absolutely believed in telepathy, and I still believe in telepathy. It's just a little harder now because it's so hard to believe in anything that isn't like a societal norm. But I just realized that if I can master this, having this demon type shit, I could master telepathy. Is it the same? If it's not telepathy, if you're not moving with your mind, but you have a demonic entity moving shit for you, let me know in the comments down below, because yes, but no. Maybe just full no? Because I am moving it. Just not with my mind. Watch, I'm going to come back to the room later, and Freddy isn't going to be on the wall. And not only am I going to be frustrated, because, like, I'm pretty sure I had to use a ladder to put his ass up there. But also, like, damn, was that yes to the ghost or yes to the demon? Okay, so, but, like, if this is the same entity that has been here for a long time, make the camera zoom. Damn, that means it probably came from a Sam and Kobe video. It's like, I don't think you could get possessed through a camera, but I feel like you can draw things back to you. I spent a lot of time in denial about the potential entities that might gather around me. I am very aware of things, but try to be very unaware of things, the way I try to zone out when I'm in the world. Like, if I'm not going to crash into you, which, like, I wish people would give a shit about themselves and not just jump into the street or jump in front of you, especially when you can hear me. I'll never understand that. Like, people will hear the jingling of a dog's collar long before they hear loud-ass music. And I just don't understand that. Don't understand. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm just thinking about how, because the, like, entities don't like being caught on camera, Freddy might fall as soon as I end this. I'm gonna go. Until next time, Internet Nation, know that you are loved because you're here, indulging in the fuckery that is my existence, and therefore, I appreciate you, my audience, my Internet Nation. How are you dying? What the fuck? So no, you were loved by this guy. Maybe I'm saying it, but it's a lie. I'm trying to be loving and accepting, but my heart is just so full of hate because I have to go outside almost every single day and deal with the stupidity that is humanity, and I just can't. Like, there was some male that was watching my stories, and it was like, oh, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, why are you came here all the way, you don't even follow me. How did you find me? Why are you so fucking stupid? Like, do you really have such little shit to do with your actual life that you're watching the stories of a person you don't even follow with your 5-follower fucking private no post account? I don't know, like, I put them on blast and they were like, oh, go play in traffic. But then my finger slipped, so I blocked them. And I was just like, so you literally watched my video so fast that you saw what I responded to you. Why are males like this? How am I not supposed to hate all of them? And it's like, you can say there are some good ones, but where they at though? I know some decent ones that, like, on the surface level they're decent, but like below the surface, not so much. Like, that's the most I can give you. You know, that's the most I can give you. And, like, that's not even, like, that emotional, mental connection. We just niggas, aight? That's it. And a lot of niggas don't have a deep, intimate connection, to which is just like, nah, that's like, have you ever seen a Sam and Kobe video? These niggas is close. These niggas they don't give a shit about your toxic masculinity. I'm trying to be like that with my niggas, but my niggas ain't trying to be like that. And if they are trying to be like that, it's because this is a female body and they want to feel some tits on their chest. I don't want to feel no tits, my nigga. I just want to hug my nigga. Anyway, I'm gonna go feed my demon. I'm joking. I don't have a demon. I'm not gonna feed it. I wouldn't even know how to. I'm just thinking of all the sacrifice. I'm gonna go. Bye. Know that you were loved by this guy. Maybe, kind of, sorta. I hate everybody right now. I'm so full of hatred and anger, and I just want to like. Here's a hug. You can have this hug. I can give you a nice, loving hug, and we can sit here in this nice, sweet embrace for a hot second, just enjoying each other's presence. But also, I'm looking at the kids on my desk, and I'm just like, none of these fuckers are gonna love anybody. And also that she loves you too. This is Yor from Spy X Family. My wife, yes! I'm just gonna have all of my intros be done with my wife from now on, because she's my wife, and we're together, and I love her, and we're like really married, you know? Bye.